Hi, everyone. My name is Christina Dooley, and I am the founder of Estrella Consulting. And I'd like to welcome you to our Estrella virtual visit series. And I'm excited today to welcome Jerrica Marietti from Kalamazoo College. And we've had a lot of students over the years look at Kalamazoo referred to as K. You'll hear them refer to it as K. And I was lucky last year to be able to go and visit the campus. And it's a really beautiful place. As you can see from Jerrica's background, I'm sure that's campus right there. There you go. That is what it looks like. So without further ado, Jerrica, we'd love to hear more about Kalamazoo and the great things that you offer and anything new and exciting that you want to share with us. So I'll let you take it away.
Yeah, thank you. Hello, my name is Jerrica Marietti. I'm an admissions counselor with Kalamazoo College, and today I get to tell you all the amazing things about Kalamazoo College. Basically, we are a D3, so Division 3 for sports, private liberal arts college. What that means is we're a little bit smaller, so we're about 1,400 students in total, which is super duper amazing because our graduating class sizes are anywhere between 380 and 420 students, which means your professors know who you are and they're able to connect with you better. It also means that when you're walking across the quad, like you're going to have somebody to wave at, but you don't have to be like always on your game. You don't have to know who everybody is, but you have at least a really strong community and people that you know very well. Your professors are also going to know what degree you want and what you want to do with that degree, which makes it really awesome because then they're better able to support you in what you want to do. I also want to highlight the fact that we don't have general education requirements. So that makes us very, very unique, especially for private liberal arts colleges. Most of the time, they want you to get that liberal arts education with XYZ of different math, science, history. But the awesome thing about K is if you know what you want to do, you can start right on that. And you can also dabble in other things. Makes it super easy to double major, have multiple minors, or if you don't know what you want to do yet, it makes it super easy because you know the things that you're not interested in pursuing. So you can start to kind of narrow it down a little bit easier as well. For our undecided individuals coming into Kalamazoo College, makes it really nice because you don't have to decide on a major until your second year, that second semester. So you have upwards of 12 classes, I would say, in order to figure out what you're interested in and what you would like to pursue. We also have that amazing study abroad program. Makes it really nice because we can send you to over 25 countries, over 50 programs all across the world. Only place we don't send you is like Antarctica, but if you want to experience a Michigan winter, very, very similar, drive on the roads, you'll be fine. It makes it awesome because we also want to make sure it's affordable. So 70 to 75% of our students in their junior year are able to study abroad for up to 3 academic terms. What that means is students can be abroad anywhere that they would like, anywhere of their choosing, for up to 9 months. And your financial aid does travel with you. So if you pay a certain amount per term here on campus, if you're in Ecuador, Spain, Africa, Italy, stuff like that, it's going to be the same cost there. And your courses will travel back with you because of our K advisors at these institutions who are better able to help facilitate that and make sure you're not going to stay an extra year. A couple of dates I also want to make sure that people are aware of for our application timeline is going to be November 1st is our early action and early decision. That means that early decision is you are 100% know that K College is the place for you and you're going to submit your application on the Common App. And then from there, you are entered into a contract where you deposit by January 15th. With that November 1st date, we also have early action, which is the one that I recommend because it gives you a little bit more time because you get your results back in December, but you also have until May 1st. So, National Decision Day for all colleges, you have until then to decide and deposit if K is the place for you. That way, you get your financial award, everything comes in for you. January 15th is that next big date where basically Common App closes and you have to have your application in. Anytime in between November 2nd and January 15th will be regular decision, but that means that you get all of your information by, I believe, April. Makes it super duper nice because we have that fast turnaround. So you get your financial award, your information, everything like that. And then you can deposit by May 1st. The also tricky thing that we're doing right now is FAFSA. So FAFSA doesn't open until
It's
December
tricky for
1st.
everyone, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're rolling with it. But
Yeah.
basically, December 1st is another big date to remember because that's when FAFSA opens. And from there, we're able to process all of your information to better help you come to K. And December 1st is when that opens. So you won't get all of your hard financial award letters until that's processed. But to help make it, again, more affordable, 98% of our students receive some form of financial aid or assistance. One of them is going to be with our merit-based scholarship. That starts from 40,000 to 48,000 right off the bat, automatically applied onto your award letter basically when you apply to us. So we process that, do your transcript calculations to make sure that you qualify for it and can get up to 48,000. And then after that, we would put in need-based aid. And the awesome thing about being a private liberal arts institution is we're able to help mitigate that gap a bit because it is a scary price tag at like roughly 72,000 right now. But again, merit-based scholarship automatically cuts that over in half, and then need-based aid, we're able to help facilitate more grants and scholarships to help again mitigate that gap. That's all I have right now. Do you have any questions for me?
Yeah. Are there any other scholarships that would require a student to submit additional application materials? Anything that they have to apply for?
Yeah, so our fine arts scholarship is
Okay.
about $5,000 annually. All that you
Okay.
have to do is apply for it, and you would submit a portfolio for visual arts, theater, or music, whether that's choral or ensemble or orchestral, stuff like that. And then you just have to maintain some sort of relationship with those departments all 4 years to continue getting that annual scholarship. But normally it's really easy to handle because you're either in the theater and you help backstage, on stage. If you're in the music portion, you're going to be helping with concerts, ensembles, stuff like that, or taking classes.
Can you share with us a little bit about some of the areas of study are fairly popular at Kalamazoo? What are some of the programs that you feel like students are really intrigued by?
Yeah, our number one major, like our most popular one, is going to be psychology, especially because all across the board, all of our faculty have the highest degree in their field of study. So they're very qualified, but a majority of them have also worked in that field of study. So they have really great examples and they're able to better facilitate connections after K College when people
Hmm.
graduate. Next is going to be business. So, again, super popular and versatile major, especially when setting that foundation to either go into the workforce or to go on to grad school, especially because we have biology and biochemistry are like number 3 and 4 for overall popularity of major. We're a very like STEM based school, I would say, but we also really want to highlight all of our other majors like the humanities, social sciences, stuff like that, because we want to make sure that every student feels seen and heard and has an abundance of resources.
Makes sense. Tell us a little bit about the town of Kalamazoo. Like what is there and the camp and campus? What kinds of things do students do? Obviously, K is a small school, so I'm sure there's a lot of clubs and activities and stuff like that on campus. But share more like what are some of the things that students are really into, and then what is that community like if someone hasn't been to Kalamazoo before?
Yeah. So basically, Kalamazoo College is a smaller community, again, that 1,400 student body. So there's over 80 organizations on campus. So you can do major or pre-professional organizations, which are going to highlight your fields of study that you're interested in. We also have political and activism groups that kind of highlight different things going on in the world, want to make you help you get involved. Especially right now, we have a group that's helping voters with their registration to
Mhm.
help with like mail-in ballots, absentee ballots, stuff like that. So they're helping facilitate everything. We also have like outdoorsmanship and sportsmanship. So intramural clubs, if you don't want to play a collegiate sport, you can definitely get involved with that. But then there's also like our creative ones. So there's a crochet club, there's a hacky sack club, different things that people can definitely get involved with, especially because right off the bat, when you come in, we have this thing called K Fest, where It's literally our organizational fair to help students right when they come in on campus in September. It'll help them kind of figure out, oh, I'm kind of interested in this. Oh, I know a couple people from my class who are interested in this. Helps you find that community right off the bat. And especially if you're somebody who operates with many communities and are interested in all these different things, you can definitely participate. Honestly, we always have something going on, either put on by organizations, faculty, or with our student life and development. They always have something to do for you. So if you're bored at Kalamazoo College, like that's on you, because there's always something to get you out of your room. But because Kalamazoo College is such a small like community, I also want to make sure to highlight like the size of Kalamazoo City's community. It's 261,000 people in Kalamazoo. So not metropolitan, but like a middle size, I'd say, kind of city. And it's really nice because within that whole area is 25,000 are college students. So it's a very college friendly town, very aware of the broke college kid life. So being able to use your student discount and say, hey,
Hmm.
I'm a student, can I at Crumble Cookie, like you can get a certain percentage off on an order, stuff like that. Plus, there's always going to be like walking trails. There's different, because it is like a large city, but there's also, because
Mhm.
it's so vast, there's so many different things that people highlight. So there's nature preserves, walking trails. Kalamazoo College itself has Lillian Anderson Arboretum, which is like 40 acres of land where
Oh, well.
biology students get to go out and they get to basically see different ecosystems, see growth rates, stuff like that, which is really, really cool. But we are also 1,400 students, so that 25,000, a big chunk of that comes from Kalamazoo Valley Community College, about a
Hmm.
15-minute drive from campus, but then also Western Michigan University, like 5 minutes away. So you have that opportunity in the city just to have that big Division I large college experience if you want, by going out to football games, getting to hang out with different people who go to the college or to the university to have that experience. Then you also have that private liberal arts connection with your
Mhm.
professors, faculty, those communities. You get to hide like third floor of the library. You get to hide up there and it's dead silent to break out a paper.
Mhm. That's like the best of both worlds. You have access to the large school stuff, but you still
So
have the education experience in a smaller school setting. Do most students live on campus at Kalamazoo?
I would say about 64% of our students live on campus, just because 50% of that is going to come from our first years and second years. We do
Hmm.
have them live on campus because, again, it's a larger city. Some students are, we want to make sure that our students, when they come to campus, they aren't having to like kind of figure out how to float and swim. We want to make sure they have a life preserver. They know how to doggy paddle. We'll give them some rubber duckies if they need it, but we want to make sure they're as taken care of and prepared as possible. And then from their junior year, most students study abroad. And then junior, senior year, they can live off campus. And we have like partnerships
Hmm.
where we reduce the rent if we can with these partnerships from like, normally it's like 1,200 a month for some apartments. But with us, some of the rent, if you work through the college, is like $300 to $400 to make it more affordable.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I have a couple of fun questions. One is, who is your biggest rival in sports?
Oh, it depends on the sport, I will say, because some some people have like a specific rival per team, but I would say overall, Hope. Plus, they have very similar colors. They're orange and blue,
Yeah,
orange and black. So
yeah. And
it's
they're not
kind
too
of,
far from you guys either, right? Campus
no,
is not too
nope, they're
far.
over in Holland, so it's kind of nice because it's like a couple hours drive, if that. But
Yeah. Well, and I'll put a plug in also. One thing, just to mention about Kalamazoo and Hope, actually, they're both part of the Colleges That Change Lives group, which
yep,
is
CTCL.
awesome. So for people watching this who don't know what the Colleges That Change Lives is, it was originally a book that was written by a man named Lauren Pope, who was the education editor at the New York Times years ago, and he chose 40 colleges at that time that he thought had like unique programs or something about them that, and they were small schools that really wanted to know people to know more about those places. And Kalamazoo, I remember, is highlighted, I think mainly because of the K plan. I mean, I think it's a big
Mhm.
something that's really unique to Kalamazoo. And since that time, the group has expanded to things like 44 now, maybe, or 40 something. And I say that I worked at a college and went to a college that changes lives as well, Hiram College in Ohio, and had the opportunity to travel with the Colleges That Change Lives group and do college fairs around the country way back in my early career. And I got to meet Lauren Pope, who wrote that book. And I really admire him choosing schools like Kalamazoo, because I do think places like Kalamazoo, Hope, Hiram really should get national recognition for the experience that students get. And they may be small and maybe don't have the same kind of name recognition as some bigger schools, but the experience and the outcomes and what students get from being part of those communities is priceless. And so I love that Kay is part of that group. So anybody watching this, if you haven't checked out the Colleges That Change Lives group, you can go online and check it out too. But I just wanted to mention that because I think, and like I said, Hope is one of those too. So you guys have like two awesome schools very close to each other. My other fun question is what are one or two awesome fun traditions that you guys have on campus? Like what's something that's like distinctly Kalamazoo, like something that happens every year, people look forward to?
Oh, I will say, like the biggest thing that's really unique to Kalamazoo College is Doggle. So it's based, I thought it was a very odd name at first too. But basically it's called Day of Gracious Living, where the night before, like nobody knows when this is gonna happen. It happens normally in like May, June area,
Mhm.
because we are trimester based. So that what that means is we basically go mid-September, 10 weeks till Thanksgiving, have 6 week break, January until like St. Patrick's Day, so like mid-March, 10 weeks,
Mhm.
and then we go until June for about 10 weeks. What that means is like most students are like all of their friends are getting out in like May, April. They're all done where like all of our students are here for a couple more weeks. But what they do is basically nobody knows when Doggle will happen, but they all know it's coming up in that third trimester. So it's basically like a snow day in the middle of June where the night before, only two people know when it's going to happen. They ring the bells and then everybody knows classes are canceled. They get shipped off to South Haven, which is really, really cool because they pay for all the busing to get all the students there. So it's basically like a big K College party at the beach in the middle, snow day and beach day in June. So
So South Haven is a beach.
yes, so South Haven is about 45 minutes straight down on West Main or M43 going towards
Okay.
South Haven. It's
Okay.
very popular and it's very gorgeous, especially like South Beach. I like going there because they have all these shopping areas and it's so gorgeous.
It's funny because I doubt that most people who think of Michigan think of the beach. Even though you have,
Yeah.
well, obviously you have, I'm in Ohio, so we have beaches too, but people don't think of Ohio as having beaches. So yeah, same thing with Michigan, to think of having like a beach day at a
Mhm.
Michigan school. So that's awesome. That's a really cool tradition.
Yeah.
Anything I didn't ask about, anything that like other things, or I'm trying to
Mhm.
think if there's other areas. You covered quite a few.
Yeah. I think you pretty much hit everything. Thank you for asking such great questions.
Yeah.
Um,
If anyone wants to come and visit campus, when should they do that? What do you suggest? Do you have open house visit days? I know they can probably come for individual visit days. Do you have suggestions?
yeah, so we have a couple of different programs that we offer for like a full day immersion into K to
Mhm.
help kind of help facilitate students to understand like what a day at K would be like for them. So one of them
Mhm.
is Discover K Day, where we bring you onto campus and you basically get to have like a tour, an information session, and you get to do lunch on campus and you get told about all the amazing resources that we have. So it's also facilitated towards parents as well to help them better understand like what it would look like, what resources we have to support their child and their
Mhm.
student while they're here at campus, while students get to ask a bunch of different questions about like the panel of students that they're talking to will tell them about, hey, here's life on campus, here's what I study, here's my senior integrated project, which is our like basically our SIP, which is a research program that students get to pursue in their senior year. And normally that will like help them stand apart for
Mhm.
resumes or grad school applications because it's basically like a master's level research project that they do on whatever they want. And it can be super duper creative, like a flash mob of a Civil War reenactment for a battle, or it can be like a 60-page paper on the proteins that help with Parkinson's and how to help mitigate memory loss, stuff like that. It
Yeah.
can be super duper in depth or super duper creative. So that'll help definitely as well. But a lot of students have these different opportunities, and we want to help highlight that for them. But then
Mhm.
we also have Why We Create, which is literally our whole fine arts day dedicated to the arts and how the Kalamazoo College community itself highlights that and promotes it
Mhm.
and wants to like advertise it. But then also how the Kalamazoo city community with the Kalamazoo Institute of Art, how we partner with different places all across the city to better help our students get that experiential education and see like how Kalamazoo itself highlights the arts. And then we also have Visit the Zoo, which is our admitted student day, basically helping them say, oh my gosh, this is the place for me. They get to attend a class, they get to sit in and meet with professors, they get to like literally have a full day as a K student.
Cool. So
Yeah.
lots of opportunities. Well, I appreciate you taking the time, Jerrica, to talk with us about Kalamazoo, shared all the great things about it. Anyone watching this video, if you have questions, check out the Kalamazoo website, fill in the inquiry form. You can get Jerrica's information from the website too, and connect and or whoever, if you're from somewhere outside of Ohio, I know we're talking about Ohio students, but if you're from outside of Ohio, you can find your admission counselor through their website and connect with them. And I can tell you just from experience, they're super down to earth, wonderful people that love to connect with prospective students and parents. So please feel free to do that. And fall is a beautiful time to visit campus. So if you can get up there this fall, try to do that if you can. Otherwise, definitely check it out sometime later in the year. Maybe not in the middle of winter, but another time maybe during the year. So yeah, exactly. But it was great to meet you, Jerrica. Enjoy the rest of your fall recruitment season. And thanks everybody for watching. Have a great rest of your day.
Thank you.